Hello students, today we are going to discuss consumables. That consumable is the part of not-for-profit organization. So first of all, you have to know what is the meaning of that word consumables. Here it is written, if institution, that institution means a not-profit organization or not-profit institution. If institution consumes certain items such as medicines by hospital or sports items by club, relevant figure for recipient payment account and income and expenditure account will be calculated. If any medicine will be consumed by hospital or sports items purchased by any club, in that case income and expenditure account and recipient payment account will be calculated. The value of that goods consumed is shown in income and expenditure account. The value of goods consumed, remember my word, value of goods consumed within that accounting year consumed is shown in income and expenditure account, and the amount paid to the creditor, here creditor means whom you have to pay that money because of credit purchase, that creditor is shown in recipient payment account, or credit or cash purchase, whatever is there. It is frequently used in NPO. Now the problem means here the question. Okay, the question is stock of sports material 10,000. This is your opening balance, and 31st 2020 this is your closing balance. Here it is a recipient payment account. The receipt side is debit side, the payment side is credit side. I written the things. Receipt side is equal to your debit side and payment side is equal to your credit side. Okay, so payment for sports material 1 lakh rupees. This payment is done within that accounting year. That's why that payment side will be shown 1 lakh rupees. Now the question already given here. Now the important things is that how you solve that question. The solution here, payment for sports material is equal to 1 lakh rupees. Here it is written 1 lakh rupees. This is your purchase, because you payment that 1 lakh rupees to any creditor. Because of this payment, you purchase this thing. On the other hand, you purchase that material, sports material. So this is your asset, one kind of asset. That's why this is one kind of a purchase of sports material. Now the question is consumption of sports material. What is the consumption of sports material for this accounting year? In that case, you have to do two types of account, alternative account. One is this opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock, and another is memorandum sports material account. I will suggest you have to do memorandum sports material account. In that case, you solve that question easily. Okay. Consumption of sports material is equal to opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. Here opening stock is there 10,000, purchase is there 1 lakh rupees, closing stock is there 25,000. You just calculate that things. Side by side, you see memorandum sports material account. Here debit side and credit side. The balance bid is equal to your opening balance. Balance sheet is equal to your closing balance. This is your cash purchase within that accounting year. Sir, what is the from where that amount come? This is your cash purchase. Now the income and expenditure account shown the balance 85,000. If you plus 1 lakh rupees plus 10,000, 1 lakh 10,000 minus 25,000 is equal to your balance 85,000. That 85,000 goes to your income and expenditure account debit side. Sir, why debit side? Because this is your expenses. All expenses and losses are debit, all income and gains are credit. We already know that formula from class 11. So That's why consumption or sports material 85,000 debit side. Now the question comes, so how many balance sheet will be open? There is a two types of balance sheet: opening balance sheet and closing balance sheet. So opening balance will be written that asset side, and closing balance will be written on your asset side. That opening and closing balance, remember my word, 10,000, 25,000 opening and closing. This is your opening balance sheet, this is your closing balance sheet. Pause my video and note this question, then you solve that question. Okay, now in your next question there is a two types of adjustment. In your first question there is no adjustment, but in your next question, question number 2, there is a two types of adjustment. Receipt payment account is there, sports material 2 lakhs is there. Obviously this is a payment for sports material. Here also I written debit side, this is your, sorry, this is your credit side. Okay, sports material 2 lakh rupees. Sports material stock 10,000 to 15,000, this is the opening and closing. Now the important thing is that creditors for sports material 30,000 and 25,000. Here it is two types of adjustment is there. Now you solve that adjustment by opening memorandum sports material account. Remember my word, always open memorandum sports material account. Maximum books will be calculate that thing by this method. I will suggest you must open memorandum sports material account for solving easily. Now the balance bid is there 10,000, balance sheet is there 15,000. That creditors for sports material is an credit balance. Creditors itself and liabilities, that liabilities starts from credit side. That's why that creditors for sports material starts from credit side 30,000. That's why it is written on credit side. That balance BD close 25,000 in debit side. That balance BD on debit side close credit side by balance CD. In between that balance BD and CD, sports material payment is there. That payment will be cash, written cash payment 2 lakhs. If it is written credit payment, then separate case. But if it is written in cash payment or nothing is written here, in that case we will assume it is a cash payment. The cash payment is 2 lakh rupees. Total you add that 10,000 to 2 lakhs and 25,000, total 22 lakh 35,000. Then deduct 15,000 and 30,000. You will get that balance amount 1,90,000. Now that amount will be shown in income expenditure account. Income and expenditure account, there is a two side, to debit side and credit side. That consumption of sports material always written in 1,90,000 in debit side. You have to open that opening balance and closing balance sheet. Opening balance sheet, sports material opening balance, closing balance, and also don't forget to write that creditors for sports material, that is your credit balance means liabilities 30,000 opening, 25,000 closing. The important note you have to remember, if stock and creditors both given in the question, then I will prefer you should go, here is not go for memorandum sports material account. If sports for stock material and creditors for sports material is given in your question, remember that thing, then in that case you have to go with memorandum sports material account. Now this is your last problem, problem number 3. Pause my video and take a note that question. First of all, you write, this is your question. Here it is written payment for stationery, receive and payment account, uh, debit side, credit side. Okay, payment for stationery. Here it is written 2 lakh rupees. Payment for stationery. There are 3 types of adjustment: stock, creditors, advance to creditors. Stock 2 lakh 30,000, sorry 20,000, 30,000, creditors 10,000, 12,000, advance to creditors 5,000, 7,000. So how you calculate the thing? There is a 3 type of adjustment, sir. Very tough, I think. No, this is not very tough. Very easy question, because you have to open memorandum stationery account. In that case, that question is very easy. First of all, you have to open write that stock. We know that stock is an asset, starts from debit side, and in credit side 20,000, 30,000. Here 30,000, 20,000, and that creditors starts from credit side 10,000, 12,000. Now the question, advance to creditors. What is the meaning of that word advance to creditors? If you advance any amount to any creditors from whom you purchase some material, in that case that advance to creditors is indirectly is your asset. Remember my word, indirectly is your asset. Just think about that. You advance that money means already you pay that money in advance, whatever the money. If you pay 50%, 60%, 70%, whatever money is there, you advance paid money means already you pay that money to your creditors. That advance payment is your asset. That's why that asset, we know that asset starts from debit side. That's why the balance BD 5,000 written here, and the balance CD 7,000 written here, because this is your asset. And always remember, asset starts from debit side. Now that cash from where, sir? The payment for stationery, it is written wrong. Here it is written wrong. The questions you change 1,50,000. I think 1,50,000, no, 1,50,000. Okay, your payment is 1,50,000. That payment 1,50,000, always written debit side, because this is in payment. Memorandum stationery account, all expenses losses, that's why debit and credit side. That balance CD already written, that this balance 1,40,000 goes to income and expenditure account. First of all, you have to add 20,000, 5,000, 1,50,000, 12,000, 1,87,000. You deduct 1,87,000 from it, 1,87,000, 7,000, 30,000, and 10,000. You get that amount 1,40,000. In your income and expenditure account, you write on your debit side consumptions for stationery 1,40,000 here, because this is your expenses. Balance in your balance sheet, you write that creditors opening balance. In your opening balance sheet, you write that stock, advance to creditors, because this is these two things, two items is the part of asset. Next, the balance sheet, creditors 10,000, stock to 30,000, advance 7,000, because this is your asset. Okay, this is your question. First of all, I suggest you take note by pausing this video, then you solve that question. Okay, in your next class I will discuss treatment for donation. So bye.